Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Angela Activity Center for OLSH Girls Basketball Senior Night 2024. Before we recognize our Charger seniors, we'd like to take a moment and recognize the South Allegheny seniors. Number 14, Emily Beaumont. Number 4, Ava Elwood. Number 13, Abby Jackson. And number 10, Maddie Morgan. Best of luck to the South Allegheny Gladiator seniors. And now for your Chargers. First up, Presley Holmes. Presley is the daughter of Michelle and Dan Holmes of Ingram. They are members of St. Philip Parish. Presley is a 4-year member of the basketball team, and her athletic honors include team captain and a 2-year letter winner. Academically, her honors include highest honor roll all 4 years, top 10 in the class, OLSH Merit Scholar, Chemistry Honors Convocation Award, Environmental Science Honors Convocation Award. Her other OLSH activities she was involved in include Vice President of SAD Club, Interact Club, and Charger Challenge. Her most memorable moment at OLSH was picking out the perfect banana for Coach Dunn to snack on before each game. After graduating, Presley plans and attended the University of Pittsburgh to major in nutrition and dietetics. Ladies and gentlemen, Presley Holmes. Our next senior, Gia Marino. Gia is the daughter of Emily and Tony Marino of Robinson. She is a 4-year member of the basketball team. She also participated in cross country for 1 year and track for 2. Her athletic honors include the Tough Edge Downs Award in 2020's cross country season. Academically, her awards include the OLSH Merit Scholarship in 2022, highest honor roll and honor roll. Other activities include for Gia, National Honor Society, Model UN, Chess Club, Junior Achievement, STEM Club. Her most memorable moment at OLSH is eating candy on the bench and cheering with the team all of last year. After graduating, Gia plans to study economics but is undecided at which school. Ladies and gentlemen, Gia Marino. Our next senior is Morgan O'Brien. Morgan is the daughter of Tim and Pat O'Brien of Pittsburgh. They're members of St. Peter and Paul Ukrainian Orthodox Church. She's a 3-year member of the basketball team. Her other sports include volleyball for 4 years and softball for 4. Athletically, her honors include softball 4-year letterman, Beaver County Times 2022 and 2023 All-Star, Player of the Week in volleyball, 4-year letter, and 3-time All-Section, First Team All-WPIL, and All-State. Academic honors include for top 10 in the class, and Silver Service Award. Her other OLSH activities she was involved in include Student Ambassador, National Honor Society, Yearbook, and WCHR, along with Character Alliance. Her most memorable moment at OLSH is when she made the game-winning shot at Seton and got an unexpected hug from Coach. After graduating, Morgan plans on attending Westminster College for volleyball and softball and majoring in biology. Ladies and gentlemen, Morgan O'Brien. Last but certainly not least, McKinley Walsh. McKinley is the daughter of Tom and Heather Walsh of Robinson Township. They are members of our team of Gabriel Parish. She's a 4-year member of the basketball team and also participated in volleyball and softball. Athletic honors include lettering in volleyball, basketball, and softball. Academically, she has made the honor roll. Her other OLSH activities include campus ministry, Cairo, and junior achievement. Her most memorable moment is jumping into the fountain at team camp. After graduating, McKinley plans on attending either Slippery Rock or Kent State to study either safety management or business. Ladies and gentlemen, McKinley Walsh. Charger Nation, let's hear it for all 4 of our seniors as we wish them the best of luck in their future endeavors, and we know they will make us proud. All right, stick around. There's a basketball game to be played. Thanks for coming and participating in the 2024 OLSH Girls Basketball Senior Night.
Thank you, Matt Fargo. The famous Matt Fargo.
This is a presentation of the OLSH Sports Network. And we welcome you into the AAC on the campus of Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. It's Charger basketball. It's the final regular season and senior recognition night here at OLSH as the Chargers are hosting the South Allegheny Gladiators. We wish you a pleasant good evening, everybody. I'm OLSH alongside Chase Johnson, and we are here to bring you, which will be the closing act in the regular season for the Chargers and South Allegheny. This will be their final game of the season as they will not be going on to the dance.
Hey, it's been a tale of the season here for both these teams. We can go over it real quick. I mean, obviously, like you said, South Allegheny tonight, this will be the end of the road for them. Coming into tonight, South Allegheny has a record of 5-14 with a 2-7 section record. Turning the table over to the Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. They currently have a 14-7 record with a 5-4 record in conference. And like you said, I mean, the playoffs are kind of basically, if you really look at it, they're set in section 2, 3A. Obviously, Avonworth's the number 1 seed. Seton LaSalle's the number 2. And if I'm correct now, both Keystone Oaks and Our Lady of Sacred Heart, they're tied for 3rd place.
They are, and there's a possibility if the stars align tonight, if Seton LaSalle loses to Avonworth tonight, that would put their record at 6-4.
Yes.
And if Keystone Oaks beats East Allegheny, which you figure they will, that would make it the section to be Avonworth in first place, Seton LaSalle, Keystone Oaks, and Our Lady of the Sacred Heart would all be tied for 2nd place in section. So the Chargers have a chance to finish in 2nd place in the section.
Which, and like you said, there's a few things got to happen for them. But the way you made it sound and break it down, it's definitely not out of the question that it could happen, because that game, when we said that this whole week, for not just the girls but for the boys, has been a huge week for both those teams, picking up wins against both Seton LaSalle boys and girls teams. And it really kind of solidifies. I mean, you're talking about two teams that, like we said, and we've said it all year, the last 5, 6, 7 games, they have been hot coming into those games, and it's been a continuation of that. And I feel like that these two teams, they have a possibility to go very deep run in the playoffs as we come down to it. And like we said, I mean, you got a chance to possibly finish in 2nd place. And about a week ago, we might not have thought that was a possibility.
No.
We were talking about where this team possibly was going to be the, at best, 3rd place team. At worst, obviously, the 4th place team. But now, like you said, with things that could happen, they could be tied for 2nd place, and it could come down to them being the 2nd place team in the conference. And for head coach Don Eckerly and his staff, that's a huge thing for this team. And I'm very excited to see how not just tonight's going to play out, but when we get the pairings meeting of who they're going to be playing this upcoming. Ross, I think if I'm correct, I think it's Monday of next week.
Monday or Tuesday
of next week. I think
when the pairings come out. Yeah.
Yes, when the pairings come out. So, and like I said, that Seton LaSalle win that they had, it's going to play a very key part in where they're going to be seated at. Obviously, I truly think and I believe that this is the strongest conference in section in 3A right now. I mean, you have 4 teams that all have over 12 wins.
Right.
So that's kind of the big thing, and I feel like you have one team that's 18-1 and a 9-0 conference record, and you have 3 teams that are tied for 2nd place.
Well,
and they're battling each other the whole way through, all the way down to the end of the year.
You kind of touched on the possibilities and, what's to play for, and the Chargers have a lot to play for, and you think, well, Avonworth and Seton LaSalle, Avonworth really doesn't have anything to play for. Wrong. Avonworth has the number 1 seed to play for. If they can win that game, they have a very good chance of becoming the number 1 seed in 3A. So they have a lot to play for. So Seton LaSalle is going to have their hands full tonight.
Oh, 100%.
And I think there's a very good chance, not 100%, I'd say probably 75, 80% chance that the Chargers are a 2nd place team at the end of the night.
Yeah, and like we said, when I said we were just talking about it, when they played a week ago, when we talked a week ago, we didn't really expect that to happen. And I said early on in the season, when I saw that both the boys team and the girls team, they both lost to Seton LaSalle early on in the season, I said, when you come to the AAC, it is an extremely tough place to play. And with them, they actually went on the road. If I'm correct, the girls went on the road and beat them down there.
Yes.
For the boys, obviously, they played here at the AAC. They ended up defeating Seton LaSalle. They have, at worst, a share of the section title. At best, which, like I said, is a very key possibility that they could end up winning the section, because they have to end up Seton LaSalle has to play Stowe Rocks, which is a team that's on the upcoming and on the upswing. If I'm correct, they're a 3rd place team in that section. And they're on a little bit of a winning streak also. And then you flip it over to the girls. Going down to Seton LaSalle and picking up that win was huge for the Chargers. And like we said, doing that, they beat Seton LaSalle down there. They're rolling into the South Allegheny game here at the AAC. Definitely a huge game tonight. And it plays a key part in where they're going to fall in the section. And like I said, coming into this game, they have a 2-game winning streak. Obviously, they defeated East Allegheny 78-11 on February 1st, and then they defeated Seton LaSalle at Seton LaSalle on February 5th, 40-37 on a big shot. And a big game, not only by Morgan O'Brien, but a big shot at the end of the game.
Yeah, it's And the ironic thing is the two Seton LaSalle games this past week for the boys and the girls both ended with 3-point victories for the Chargers on the Charger side. It was 40-37 for the girls, and the boys won 53-50. So they just like mirror each other. And I don't want to talk them in the past, but I'll tell you what, on Tuesday night it was just electric in this building with the student section and everything being amped up, and the boys were pumped and the fans were pumped, and it was packed in here and loud.
I will say, Al, I ranked that one up there. That was one of my favorite. I've been to a lot of high school playoff games and a lot of high school championship games. I was at all the championship games for the boys and girls last year. That game the other night and the atmosphere was one of the best high school atmospheres I've been at in a long time. And I want that to continue to carry on, especially with both these teams heading into the playoffs. And I really think there's a good chance that that's going to happen. And I'm not going to say, I want to say this, but the crowd played a really key part in that
really
game
did.
the other night. They really did, and it was great to see. It was great to see all the students here, to see all the families and the community was all involved that night. And I really hope that continues on. I really do think that it's going to for both teams.
Well, we got some time to spend here. We're a little bit ahead of schedule, so we'll step aside and let you watch a couple commercials. In the meantime, don't go away. We'll be right back. We'll have starting lineups and so much more here on Senior Recognition Night at the AAC. Don't you go away. We will be right back after this.
I personally love the family environment of OLSH, and that's what I saw from my first day coming in as a freshman. Everybody was kind and helpful.
All the teachers and all the students, we all treat each other like family, so it's more like a homey type feel.
You get to know everyone who goes here.
It's like a community. Everyone's together and we're all just like a family.
I think I've grown more religious through the teachings and understanding the religion better.
With the amazing theology teachers and getting the chance to go to church every week, it's definitely expanded my faith.
Different things like Cairo retreat or being able to come to confession or go to adoration here in the chapel every day gives you really a good opportunity to connect with God and express their faith and not feel shy about it.
The teachers are incredible. They make you feel like one of their own kids.
I feel comfortable going to them at any time for whatever the need be, and I know they always have my back to help me.
They get to know you personally and get to help you in different ways.
They're not just worried about your grades, they're worried about how your feelings are. They care about you more.
OLSH is a place where you can get involved in a bunch of different things.
It sets you up for college.
It's a school full of many opportunities that'll help you grow, not just spiritually, but also just as a person in general.
OLSH is one big family. Everybody knows everybody.
OLSH is challenging adventure, and it really just is an amazing experience.
We welcome you back. The AAC, it's Senior Rec Night here at the AAC. Just, if you tuned in early, you got to see the 4 seniors that are graduating this year from Our Lady of the Sacred Heart on the team. And you got to actually meet briefly the seniors that are here from South Allegheny as well. And that's always a fun night. And speaking of, the boys' senior recognition comes on Monday. It'll be here, Chargers playing Rochester right here at the AAC at 7:30. And in between tonight and Monday, tomorrow night, we'll make the trip down to Keystone Oaks and bring you all the action from down there, which is another big game for the boys. So that one could determine, I mean, they have to get past Keystone Oaks if they want any chance at having a share of the title.
Yeah, no, they have to get past them. That's a huge game for the boys, and that you get past them, like we said. I mean, they have an opportunity. A few things got to fall their way,
right.
But even if you look at it, there's an opportunity that they can win the section outright.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's definitely a big thing, and if that happens for them, that's just a testament of what kind of team that head coach Mike Rodriguez has. And like we said, I said from that game the other night was a perfect example of battling through adversity, and that's what they did the other night, being down 9 points at one point going into the fourth quarter, then coming back and ended up winning that game. It was huge for them, not just for that coaching staff, for that young team that they have, and I'm very excited to see. I think that there's a shot. Like I said, they got a shot. They got a shot to win a section. They really do, because for Seton LaSalle, when you're undefeated in section play like that, and then you lose a game like that in an atmosphere like that, it's hard to come back the next game and put everything together. And that's something that very much could happen for them, especially when you're playing a team like Stowe Rock, which is on a hot streak, which is in third place in the section. And they're 10-10 last I looked, and I think 5-5 in conference.
Yeah,
so I mean,
like that.
they're playing with nothing to lose.
Right.
They are. They're going to be in the playoffs. All three of those teams are going to be in the playoffs, but they're playing spoiler now. And if I was their coach, I would look at that and be like, listen, you guys get a golden opportunity. You get to play spoiler now. So you get the chance to do that, and then you get to possibly send OLSH into being the section leader. So we'll get to see how things are going to go.
So let's talk about the playoffs here on the girls' side. And they're all set. All the playoff teams are set in 3A for the girls. In Section 1, the 4 teams that will make it into the playoffs are Neshannock with an 8-1 record in Section. I'll just give you the section records. Neshannock with an 8-1 record. Beaver Falls 7-2. Elwood City 6-3. Mohawk 4-5. Those are the 4 from Section 1. Section 2 we've been talking about. Avonworth with a 9-0 record. These are records coming into tonight. Seton LaSalle 6-3. Keystone Oaks 5-4, and Our Lady of the Sacred Heart 5-4. In Section 3, Shadyside Academy at 9-0. Burrell 7-2. Mount Pleasant 5-4, and Apollo Ridge 4-5. And we go on to Section 4. And the 4 teams that come in are Waynesburg Central 8-1, South Park 8-1, Brownsville 5-4, and McGuffey 3-6. So those are your 16 teams from 3A that are going into the playoffs. And like I said, the Chargers, the beginning of the year, it's both for the boys and the girls, but the beginning of the year, if you'd have told me that the Chargers are going to be to have a chance to come in second place in the section, I'd have told you to go take a hike.
Hey, and it really is a testament to Coach Don Eckerly and his staff. I mean, I remember talking with him early on. He kind of said the same thing. He didn't really know how this team was going to react because losing a decent amount of players from last season. And a lot of players, even he said that didn't really have a ton of playing experience also on this team, but they've grown as a team, and they're down the stretch here. They're going to have a chance to be the second place team, which we never would have thought that would have happened. But I'm glad to see that they had that opportunity, and we're going to see what's going to happen because, like I said, they got to have a few things happen for them, but it's definitely not out of the possibility of happening.
No, not at all. And you talk about this team, they lose 4 players this year to graduation, and you look at the players coming up. I'll tell you what, I go to all these games that we broadcast, and I'm here for all the JV games, and I watch them. They got a good young core of players on the JV squad, and the bench players, which some of them are JV players as well on the varsity team. But I don't see much of a drop-off. I mean, yeah, you're going to lose Morgan O'Brien and McKinley Walsh, but you got other players that can step right into those roles.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, you're losing those players. And like I said, this team, currently this OLSH team, I mean, you're going to be losing, you're going to end up losing 4 seniors total.
Right.
So if you look at that, but you also flip the coin over, you're talking about next year you're going to only have a total of 3 seniors. So it's kind of going to be a little bit of a cycle here, but then you have a ton of sophomores that are going to become juniors. Just looking at it right now, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 8 sophomores that are going to become juniors. And a lot of the times, a lot of those sophomores have got a decent amount of playing experience this year as you look at it. Oh, yeah, Al, I see Al has it toted up at the bottom. 9 sophomores. I just saw that. I was looking at that. It would have made it a lot easier. I didn't see it until just now. But 9 sophomores that are now going to become juniors, and a decent amount of them, like I said, have a lot of playing experience. So it's definitely going to be a good thing to see, and it's kind of going to be like that reoccurring thing with you're going to have a team that is going to have a team next year now that's going to have a lot of playing experience going into the start of next year. And like I said, I mean, you're losing a lot of key pieces, but you're going to reload again. So they're going to be just fine going into next season.
Yeah,
also.
and the players we're looking at our rosters here. Those are just the ones that are listed on the varsity roster.
Yes.
There's other players that are on JV that haven't come up and played in varsity that aren't on here. But the ones that are on here, I mean, you got players like Libby Gallick will be coming back, and Emily Gallagher, Sarah Dashner, Cameron Hummel, Leah Parker. You know, these are all girls, Lola Gardner.
And they've all shown that they can play.
They can play at this level, and they're only going to get better.
Yeah,
the future looks bright.
Yeah, 100%. It looks bright. I mean, if you look at some of those, like Libby Gallick in the last few games has had a lot of playing time and has gotten in a lot of time in these games. Didn't even started in one of them. She started against East Allegheny, and she's a little defensive specialist. She doesn't score a lot, but she causes teams absolute havoc on defense. And then you look at some of the other ones. I mean, you have Sarah Dasher. She had a lot of playing time early in the season. Emily Gallagher, she's a junior. She's going to end up she gets a lot of playing time now, gives a lot of quality minutes. And then Cameron Hummel is another one. I saw her in the Swickley Academy game come in and drain 3 threes in a matter of about 1.5 minutes, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Just absolutely drained 9 straight points real fast. So like she's also a player that can come off the bench and score at will if she wants to. And another one to highlight, Leah Parker, another good player, gives quality minutes. And a perfect example of a game she played a key part in was that Keystone Oaks game on January 25th. She had 5 points coming off the bench, played a huge role in that, and she's, like I said, one that's going to be a great player. And then you have like returners such as Claudia Rulo, which she's a great player. She can score at will at any time when she wants to. She can shoot underneath and beyond the arc. And then another player to highlight, another one you want to talk about too, a freshman that gets some playing time is Shay Trombetta. I saw her come in the Swickley Academy game and pick up, if I'm correct, 8 points, and 2 of them were from beyond the arc.
Yeah, Shay, a freshman at 5'9". She's going to be one of the big girls moving forward after this year. But, hey, let's talk about tonight.
Yeah.
So, obviously, Coach Eckley is going to start his seniors, and that'll be exciting. I'll tell you what, we'll step aside. We'll come back for the opening ceremonies and the starting lineups, and we'll see if we can't listen in to Matt Fargo and introduce these 2 teams. He's always a treat to listen to when he comes in and does that kind of stuff. So don't you go away. We'll be right back after this message. Don't go away.
Hey,
turn the flag.
We are getting ready to go here. Chargers and the Gladiators here at Our Lady of the Sacred Heart. And we'll have the national anthem and the starting lineups promptly here.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Angela Activity Center on the campus of Our Lady of the Sacred Heart High School. Tonight, the WPIL presents the South Allegheny Gladiators and your OLSH Chargers. Ladies and gentlemen, the WPIL and PIAA promote good sportsmanship. Boston athletes, coaches,
Yeah, Matt will go through his routine. We'll have the national anthem. We'll listen in, and then we'll listen to him to do the starting lineups the only way that he knows how.
Removal from the Angela Activity Center without prior warning. Always remember the WPIL motto: sportsmanship. The only missing piece is you. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please rise, and gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America and honor freedom with the singing of our national anthem. Please welcome Sarah Selman. It's time to make tonight's starting lineups. Thurs for the South Allegheny Gladiators. At guard for sophomore number 1, Jasmine Paulette. At guard for senior number 4, Eva Elwood. At guard for senior number 10, Natalie Morgan. At guard 5'7" senior number 13, Gabby Jackson. And forward 5'7" senior number 14, Emily Beaumont. Led by head coach Don
tell you, if that doesn't get you fired up, nothing will.
I love it every time. Every time he does it, I love every minute of it. I love it. Love it.
Again, for the starting lineups for both these teams, Jaslyn for South Allegheny, Jaslyn Farnan, Ava Elwood, Maddie Morgan, Gabby Jackson, and Emily Beaumont. Again, for your Chargers, it's Presley Holmes, McKinley Walsh, Morgan O'Brien, Gia Marino, and Claudia Irillo. Folks, all the preliminaries are done. We're done talking, and it's time to shut up and put up. South Allegheny in their navy blue and gold. Chargers in their white, purple, and gold trim. And we are underway. Claudia Irillo will start things off for the Chargers. Final regular season game for both these teams. Irillo will launch a three. No good. Rebound goes out of bounds off of South Allegheny, so the Chargers will maintain possession. Just underway here at the first. Morgan O'Brien into Claudia Irillo, all the way across to Presley Holmes up top. Claudia one more time on the wing. She'll slow it down and set the play up. South Allegheny looks like they're in the 2-3 zone. Presley Holmes will launch a three. A little bit too strong, but McKinley Walsh will track it down and the Chargers will reset. This time Irillo from downtown says thank you very much. And it's quickly 3-0 Chargers. That one off the hands of Ava Elwood, picked up by the Chargers. Here comes Claudia Irillo out of the zone. Walsh under the bucket. Too strong, but Morgan O'Brien with the putback. See a guest coach on the bench for the Chargers tonight is Sam Zyrel, longtime assistant with Coach Eckerly down on the bench. He's also assistant baseball coach. It's Farnan. We get a jump ball, and the ball will stay with the navy blue of South Allegheny. It's Elwood that triggered in. They get it into Beaumont. Scrum for it. Claudia Irillo has it. Another jump ball as Gabby Jackson reached in and tied her up. But the possession arrow is in favor of the Chargers. 6:25 to go here in the first. Chargers, the only team to score so far. Morgan O'Brien now will settle it down. Claudia Irillo inside, knocked away by Beaumont. Goes into the hands of Ava Elwood. And here come the South Allegheny Gladiators. Ball was blocked out of bounds off the shot of Farnan. The Gladiators will trigger in at the baseline. Beaumont scrums for it. She ends up with it. Can't get it over to Jackson. McKinley Walsh doing what McKinley Walsh does best, gets on the floor and grabs the ball. 4 years we watch McKinley Walsh do that. It never gets old. Farnan gets it over to Morgan. Knocked out of the hands by Holmes. Here comes the Chargers. 2-on-1. Over to Walsh, back over to O'Brien, and she'll put it up and in. O'Brien with her 4th point of the game. It's Morgan to Jackson, baseline jumper, way too strong. Beaumont puts it back up, no good, and O'Brien comes down with it. Another jump ball, boy. Goes over to the Chargers.
Looks like we're going to get a lot of those
Yeah,
tonight.
I think so.
I really do think we're going to get a lot of those tonight.
5:20 to go here in the first. O'Brien up top. Down into the corner of Holmes. From the corner, 3 on the way. Can't get it to go, but Walsh is there for the rebound. She can't get it around, and we get a foul. Walsh is going to get the reach around. First foul of the game goes to McKinley Walsh.
I will say, Al, she did not look too happy that foul was that foul was called. McKinley definitely did not look happy about that.
Oh, no, but that was definitely a reach around foul, yeah. Farnan with the dribble. Walsh all over her. Reaches in, takes the ball away. Here comes McKinley. Don't get her mad. She lays it up and in.
You were right, Al. Don't get her mad. That's what will happen.
McKinley Walsh with another steal. In behind Farnan, she lays it up, and 4 quick points for McKinley Walsh, and it's 11-0 Chargers with 4:40 to go here in the first.
We might have made her mad.
Farnan Walsh almost with another takeaway. She knocks it away. Here comes Morgan O'Brien. She'll lay it up and in. And quickly, timeout called by Coach Steve Mitterer. Hey, tonight is senior recognition here at the AAC. We want to welcome their families here and those listening from home. Congratulations to all our seniors, girls basketball players and cheerleaders and dancers on a fantastic season. Chargers getting out to a fast start, Chase, in South Allegheny. That's not what they wanted. Chargers doing exactly what they wanted. I think we had a substitute coming in for South Allegheny, though. Let's see who comes in.
Yeah, they definitely kind of getting in a tough spot if you're South Allegheny. You're down 13-0 here early in the first quarter. Already caused 5 turnovers opposed to OLSH's 1. Definitely not a hot start for the Gladiators.
Ella Lotz comes into the game. She brings the ball up. And at 2 on the line. I didn't see who shot that one. I think it was Jackson.
Yes.
Holmes from the wing. Gets it into Morgan at the elbow. O'Brien goes to the far side. Kicks it back out to Holmes. Arillo to Walsh. Gets double teamed, and she'll dribble out of that. Hands it to Walsh. Or Arillo. Holmes. Long 2, no good. Rebound brought down by Lotz. And here come the Gladiators. Up ahead to Elwood. Back to Lotz. Arillo all over her. Inside, they try to get it to Beaumont. She ends up with it and has the ball knocked out of her hands. It goes out of bounds off of Claudia Arillo. Those quick hands we talk about all season. Three and a half to go here in the first. Lotz with the ball. She gets it back from Farnan, taken away by Walsh. Third steal of the game for her, and the 6th point.
She's mad, Al, I'm telling you.
All 6 of her points have come on takeaways by her on steals. Lotz one more time will hand it off to Farnan. In and out of the hands, but right into the hands of Morgan, or Jackson rather. She'll go baseline. She loses it out of bounds. Turnover, Charger ball. Claudia Arillo brings it across the timeline. Still with the right-handed dribble. Kicks it out to Walsh, to O'Brien, to Holmes. Marino, they move it around. Arillo in the corner to Walsh. Marino inside the paint. She'll put it up and in. Great ball movement there by the Chargers. Lotz all the way across to Elwood. Can't get it to go, and Walsh brings down the distant rebound. Here come the Chargers back again. Holmes will launch a 3 from the wing. Can't get it to go. Rebound in and out of the hands of Beaumont. O'Brien goes up. She gets fouled. Goes against Beaumont. Picks up the first foul for the Gladiators. O'Brien. And that hit every part of the rim and then spun out. Morgan comes back in for the Gladiators. And Elwood has a seat. O'Brien goes 0 for 2, but the rebound goes to Walsh. O'Brien has it back to Holmes. Walsh in the corner. They work around O'Brien from the free throw line. Can't get that one to go. Don't shoot from there anymore, Morgan.
Al, the only thing that scares me about that, and we've talked about it all year, is you don't want to get in these situations where you're missing a ton of free throws. It's been a boys' problem.
Beaumont picks up her second foul, second on the Gladiators, and she's getting ready to come out of the game here. Oh, here we go. Gina Marino misses.
Maybe I'm just not going to say it anymore, no. Al. I'm just not even going to. I'm just going to stop talking about it.
Amina Shea comes in for South Allegheny. There's one.
There it is.
Marino goes 1 for 2 from the line. Makes it a 16-point game for the Chargers. 2 minutes to go here in the first. Over to Dodds, came into the lineup. I missed her coming in. Shot no good. Chargers bring it back up court. O'Brien now. To Holmes. To Marino. Hands it off inside to Walsh with another bucket. Nice feed there from Marino to Walsh. And the thing is, Chase, Chargers are getting these easy buckets under the basket.
Yeah, no, 100%. And they're really doing a good job moving the ball around too. It's leading to that.
Arillo to Walsh. Back out to Arillo eventually. She goes down the lane. Little floater to Walsh. And another little bucket again from the same spot.
She's living under the basket right now.
She is. McKinley, I don't think she shot from anywhere but that one spot.
And she's had 10 points from that one spot. 10 points.
3 from the top of the key. Off the glass and in from Jackson. Under a minute to go. 45 to be exact here in the first. Working around Arillo. 35 to go. Holmes. Marino to Morgan. O'Brien. Arillo. 25 to go. Arillo still with the right-handed dribble. Backs it out. 15 to go. Chargers in no hurry, obviously. All the way across court to Holmes. Launches a long 3 and nothing but net. Presley Holmes brings it home. And that'll end the quarter with the Chargers on top here comfortably, 25-5. Hey, there's no better way to see yourself as an OLSH student than to become an OLSH Charger for a day. All the 8th grade students and transfers to grades 10 and 11 are invited to join us as a shadow for the day and experience firsthand what it's like to be a student here at OLSH. You'll be assigned a Charger ally, which is your host for the day. You'll attend the classes, meet the teachers and students, and eat lunch on us. Register for your experience now at www.olsh.org/visit. And don't forget that the 34th annual Love Walk for the Poor, sponsored by the OLSH Campus Ministry, will take place here at OLSH this Sunday, February the 11th. So visit OLSH's Facebook page at www.facebook.com/OLSH Chargers for more information. So your thoughts on the first quarter, Chase?
I mean, it kind of sums it up. I mean, the Chargers kind of getting out in front, kind of running the floor pretty quickly, and they, I mean, basically the trick for them kind of has been ball movement, majority of it, getting a lot of getting everybody involved, getting a lot of passes throughout, and kind of just it's been ball movement. That's the thing, and when they play like that in the past few games, that's when they're at their best.
Yeah, that's really shown to be true. Gladiators working around. Long 4 off the glass. No good out of the hands of Elwood. Chargers come down with the board. Starting 5 still out here for the Chargers. Irillo to Holmes. Irillo. I think Coach Eckerly will keep his starting 5 out here for a little bit and then start letting his bench players. I see Sarah Dashner sitting right next to the coaches along with Emily Gallagher. 3 from Holmes off the front of the rim. Brought down by Farnan, and Holmes gets the pass into the forecourt. Chargers backcourt. There's that ball movement again. Marino gets it out to O'Brien, back to Holmes. The only non-senior on the court, Claudia Irillo for the Chargers. O'Brien back to Walsh. Here in the second quarter. Irillo to O'Brien. All the way across to Holmes in the corner, and this is going to be an over and back on the Chargers. And Presley Holmes taps herself saying, that was my fault, bad pass. 30-second timeout from Coach Eckerly. That was his first timeout. Hey, get your Charger essentials at www.olshgear.com. Anything from sweatshirts to pajama pants to hats. Hey, we've got you covered. Gear up with the latest in Charger fashion to support your favorite teams during this winter season, soon to be spring season here, Chase.
Yes, it is.
The boys of summer and the girls of summer have been working out, and we're getting ready to go. And
it's going to be exciting spring.
I believe so, yeah. Plus the basketball playoffs for both these teams. Taken away by Morgan O'Brien right at the timeline. She'll lay it up and in. .6:23 to go here in the half. Working around, she gives it right to Irillo. Irillo goes up. She'll lay it up and in. Boy, that pass from Elwood went right into Claudia's hands. Wildly throwing it up was Dodds. No good. Here come the Chargers. O'Brien watches Dodds run past her. Holmes gets it into Marino. Over to Morgan O'Brien. Little jump shot. Can't get it to roll in. Beaumont with the rebound, and she gets fouled. Be the first foul of the second quarter will go against the Chargers. Lutz comes back in. Farnan will have a seat. Jackson comes back in. And Morgan has a seat for South Allegheny.
Yeah, it looks like you got Dashner and Gardner both coming in for the Chargers.
It was close to a moving screen there on Beaumont. Didn't get called. Shot's no good. Marino gets the rebound, and she gets fouled. Morgan O'Brien picked up that foul for the Chargers before, and this one's picked up by Ella Lotz for South Allegheny. Sarah Dashner in the lineup now for the Chargers, along with some other Chargers here. Lola Garner. And who else did I see? That's it. Irillo to Dashner. Dashner just a sophomore. We'll talk about the youth here. Irillo to O'Brien. O'Brien baseline jumper. No good. Too strong. Here comes Dodds again. She throws it up and gets fouled. Morgan O'Brien's going to pick up her second foul. Second on the Chargers here in the quarter. 4:39 left here in the half. And it'll be freshman Paige Dodds at the free throw line for the Gladiators. Rolls it. Boy, that's a shooter's roll there. She gets the roll in. Freshman gets on the board and the scoreboard. Beaumont has a seat. And Mina Shea comes in for South Allegheny, and looks like Dodds is going to come out. South Allegheny player at the scorer's table, and she said, I've got the shooter. Dodds goes 2 for 2, and that one was perfect. And Morgan does come in for Dodds for the Gladiators. 4.5 to go in the quarter. Glad you could join us, OLSH and Chase Johnson on the call for you here. Dashner to Irullo. Garner to Dashner. Over to O'Brien, back to Dashner. Marino back to Dashner. They'll play catch. Garner, long three on the way. Nothing but net.
And now that's what you talk about with youth and being able to play. That's a perfect example of it.
Ola Garner's given Coach Eckerly some great minutes here this season. There's a block by Marino. Goes into the hands of Dashner. Knocked out of her hands, and it's going to stay with the purple and white. Purple and gold, I should say. Beaumont comes back in. Elwood will have a seat for the Gladiators. Dashner now. 3:40 to go. Away across the Garner. She'll launch another three off the glass. No good. Beaumont with the rebound. It fumbles around a bit. Arillo ends up with it. Finds Marino on the other side of the bucket. And it's another two for Gia Marino. Lots. I think she was trying to pass it to Shea, and Shea was trying to set a screen.
Oh, my.
What they call travel? Oh, no, foul. The foul on Shea.
I will also say there, it looked like there was a little bit of a heated a little bit there between Morgan O'Brien and
Shea.
Yeah,
12.
Yeah. That was kind of going through that whole entire possession. Even before that, they were battling it out there.
Emily Gallagher in the lineup for the Chargers for Morgan O'Brien. She shoots a three, no good, air ball. Marino is there to pull it out. She gives it to Arillo. Pull up jump shot, no good, but she gets fouled. This one goes against Gabby Jackson. Third on the Gladiators, first on Gabby. Irullo at the line for two. And Claudia rolls that one in. Two for two for Claudia on the trip. And we're under 3 minutes to go here in the half. Lots. Beaumont gets it over to Jackson, taken away by Arillo. Comes up the court. Claudia goes down into the corner. Baseline, little floater. Short. That one's brought down by Maddie Morgan. South Allegheny jump ball call. Jump ball called. It stays with the Chargers. Leah Parker comes in for the Chargers along with Libby Gallick. Arillo and Marino check out for the Chargers. Dashner now gets it out to Parker. Gallagher now will set up the shot to Dashner. Gallick thought about the three. I'm anxious for her to shoot a three. Gallick and Dashner play catch. Finally comes around to Gallagher. Over to Dashner from the wing. Baseline drive. Kicks it out to Garner, no good. Gallick with the rebound. Gallagher now loses control. It goes over to Dashner. Gallagher launches a three off the side of the backboard, and jump ball called. This time it goes to the Gladiators. Just under 2 minutes to go. Lots will bring it up. Ella works it around, finally into the corner. Air ball from the corner out of the hands of Jackson. Dashner and Gallick trying to bring it up amidst the pressure against Farnan. Parker to Gallagher. To Gallick. To Dashner. Again, the Chargers, no matter who's in there, they move it around. 3 on the way from Gallick. She took the shot, Chase. No good there on the putback. And here comes the Gladiators.
She's going to hit one of those, I'm telling you, Al.
Jackson throws it across the court. It goes out of bounds by the Charger bench with 1:13 left. As Elwood and Dodds check back in for South Allegheny, as Lotz and Beaumont have a seat here with 1:13 left in the half. And I think we had a timeout called. Oh, timeout called by South Allegheny.
Yes.
Yep. He called it full timeout. We'll step aside right along with them here at the AAC. 36-7 Chargers.
I personally
Six-7, 1:13 left here in the half. Chargers will have the ball. And here we go for the final minute and 10 seconds. It's Gallagher to Louis Gallick. Finds Sarah Dashner up top. Taken away, intercepted pass there by Dodds. The freshman will lay it up, no good. And it's Garner with the rebound. Dashner now with 50 seconds left in the half. Gallagher in the paint, kicks it out to Gallick. To Gallagher again. She goes baseline. Off the glass, can't get it to go, gets her own rebound. Puts it back up, no good. Parker can't get it. But Garner's does and puts it up and in. 25 seconds to go. Farnan over to Elwood. Intercepted by Gallagher with 10 seconds to go here. Gallagher waiting for some friends. Dodds intercepts the pass. Here comes Morgan from the top of the key off the glass. Almost in, 3 seconds to go. Dashner now brings it up. She gets it off. It goes in off the side of the glass. And that is exactly how this halftime ends. With score, or the second quarter ends, the Chargers 38, South Allegheny 7. Don't go away, we'll be back after more messages here on the OLSH Sports Network. Oh, we'll listen to them.
Okay.
Sorry about that. We cut that off. We're going to watch the dance team here. Haven't got to see them all year. the OLSH dance team. Give them a hand. Okay, now we'll be back after these messages. Don't go away.
I personally love the family environment of OLSH, and that's what I saw from my first day coming in as a freshman. Everybody was kind and helpful.
All the teachers and all the students, we all treat each other like family, so it's more like a homey type feel.
You get to know everyone who goes here.
It's like a community. Everyone's together and we're all just like a family.
I think I've grown more religious through the teachings and understanding the religion better.
With the amazing theology teachers and getting the chance to go to church every week, it's definitely expanded my faith.
Different things like Cairo retreat or being able to come to confession or go to adoration here in the chapel every day gives you really a good opportunity to connect with God and express their faith and not feel shy about it.
The teachers are incredible. They make you feel like one of their own kids.
I feel comfortable going to them at any time for whatever the need be, and I know they always have my back to help me.
They get to know you personally and get to help you in different ways.
They're not just worried about your grades, they're worried about how your feelings are. They care about you more.
OLSH is a place where you can get involved in a bunch of different things.
It sets you up for college.
It's a school full of many opportunities that'll help you grow not just spiritually, but also just as a person in general.
OLSH is one big family. Everybody knows everybody.
OLSH is challenging adventure, and it really just is an amazing experience.
Welcome back here to the AAC. They're trying to find out the winner of the 50-50. Unfortunately, it's not my numbers. But Chargers in complete control here at the AAC on senior night over the Gladiators of South Allegheny, 38-7. And it's been all Chargers, Chase, since the opening tip.
Yeah, it's been all Chargers since the opening tip. I mean, currently, like you said, his score is 38-7. The Chargers are leading the Gladiators. We can run down through the scoring real quick. We'll start with the visiting South Allegheny Gladiators. Gabby Jackson is leading the Gladiators with 5 points, and then Paige Dodge is in second in scoring for the Gladiators. She has 2, both on free throw attempts. And you flip the page over to the Chargers. Leading scorer right now is McKinley Walsh. She has 10. The second leading scorer is Morgan O'Brien. She has 8. The third leading scorer is Claudia Irulo. Rounding that out after that, you have 2 tied up with 5 points apiece, Gia Marino and Lola Gardner. And then to round out the scoring for the Chargers, you have Presley Holmes with 3.
So the good news is if I heard that correctly, every one of the seniors got some points tonight.
Yes,
so they all got on the scoreboard. Good deal there for that. And the Chargers doing what they do. They're spreading the scoring out and getting everybody involved. And I like that because when teams do that, you can't just zero in on one player and shut them down and hope to win. The Chargers will dish it out. They don't care who scores. They just want buckets.
Yeah, it doesn't. They're a very team-oriented team. I mean, like you said, when they get in situation, it doesn't matter where the points come from with them. It could come from Morgan O'Brien. It could come from Claudia Irulo. It could come from, for example, tonight, McKinley Walsh. She's leading the scoring for the Chargers. It could come from anybody, anywhere. And even Gia Marino, she obviously she could put up baskets too. But with this team, it doesn't matter where the scoring comes from. As long as they get the job done, that's all that matters. And that's kind of, I feel like, their philosophy so far this year. And like we said, I mean, it could come from anyone. A perfect example was when they beat St. LaSalle. At St. LaSalle, Morgan O'Brien had 21 points. If I'm correct, that's the most points she had all season. And she also hit a big bucket to win the game. So, and then the Keystone Oaks game, when they won that one, which played a pivotal part in where they're sitting at in their standings right now, Claudia Irulo had 25. I mean, the scoring can come from anywhere. It doesn't matter. That's just how the Chargers are built now, and it's not a bad thing. It's a good problem to have if you're head coach Dawn Eckerly.
Well, you want to save the date for OLSH Spring Open House. It's coming up in March, Thursday, March 23rd. Mark your calendars from 5 to 7 p.m. Explore all that OLSH has to offer and see what makes OLSH the best independent Catholic high school in our region. Also, if you're interested in supporting our OLSH Chargers, visit www.olshathletics.org and check out the fundraiser section in the Fan Zone tab for the latest fundraising opportunities. Here's something new, Chase. They just handed me this one tonight. The OLSH Theater Department will present Oklahoma on March 3rd, 4th, 10th, and 11th at 7:30 p.m. and on March 5th at 11 and 2 p.m., 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Tickets are $15 for adults and $10 for high school students and younger. Seating is limited, so purchase your ticket online at www.olsh.org/apps/pages/tickets before they sell out.
A new one. You always got to get a new one in there every once in a while.
Yeah. So theater department, they always do a great job. It's always some good stuff up there. So be sure to check it out. It's halftime. Chargers and the Gladiators going at it here. The Chargers trying to do their part and possibly getting that tie for second place, which could very well be possible. So they got to take. They can only take care of what they can take care of, and they're doing that right now.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, that's you hit the nail on the head. They're taking care of what they can take care of. As long as you get that part done, everything else can fall into place, and we'll see by the end of the night where the Chargers are sitting.
So back on the air tomorrow night, 6 o'clock start. No JV game, so early start for the boys in their last section game of the season. It'll be on the road at KO, and that's a big game because the Chargers need to win that one if they want any chance of winning the co-championship. So it's a big game for the Chargers. KO, of course, always tough to play, especially down there at Keystone Oaks, and after the Chargers eked them out here at the AAC, you know, there's some revenge factor there with the Golden Eagles.
Oh, 100%. 100% there is.
So be sure to, if you can't get down there at 6 o'clock, be sure you tune in. We'll have that one for you. We are getting ready to get underway here in the third quarter. I think the Chargers will start with the ball if my calculations were correct. Yep. It will be the starting four out here for the Chargers, as well as East Allegheny. Or excuse me, South Allegheny. We already played East Allegheny. Here's Irillo. The Holmes in the corner. Beaumont on her. They get it on to Walsh. Marino puts a shot up, doesn't go, but she gets fouled. First foul of the game, or the third quarter, goes against South Allegheny. It will go against Beaumont, her third. Marino at the line. Can't get it to go.
I told you, Al, I'm not saying anything.
No, you won't. Gia goes 0 for 2 on the trip. But the putback, I don't know if that was Marino. I couldn't see how screened out. Was that Walsh or was that Marino?
I want to say it was Walsh.
I think it was too. Yes. But at any rate, it's a running clock for the Chargers the rest of the way. Here's Morgan O'Brien on the takeaway to Marino. underneath. She'll get that one to go in. Another steal by I was going to say Morgan O'Brien stole that, but then it went off her foot, and I didn't hear a whistle for a minute, and then finally the official blew the whistle. Kicked the ball. It'll be a South Allegheny trigger in. It will be Elwood. Gets it into Farnan. Back to Elwood. She loses it out of bounds, but it was knocked out by McKinley Walsh, so the Gladiators maintain possession here. 6:45 on the running clock here in the third. That one's tipped out of bounds by, I thought Claudia got her hands on that evidently. No, the official's overruling. It's going to stay with the Gladiators. I thought that's the right call.
Yeah.
Claudia definitely got her hand on it. She's smiling. She knew. But she takes it this time. No doubt about this. Here comes Walsh. Hands it off to O'Brien. O'Brien puts it up and in. Unselfishness on the Chargers there. That extra pass for the easy layup. Beaumont hands it off to Jackson. Elwood into the corner. Again, Arillo with the steal. Claudia, we talk about it all season.
Yeah.
With her quick hands, quick feet. Walsh now to O'Brien. Under 6 minutes to go. I look for Coach Eckerly here to start subbing.
Yeah.
Walsh tried to get it into O'Brien, taken away by Farnan. Here comes Jackson. Pulls up, Farnan to Morgan. 3 on the way, no good, out of the hands of Elwood. Put back by Farnan. Gets it to go for 2. 5:20 to go. Line change coming up here for the Gladiators. Next whistle. Holmes with 3. Too strong from the baseline. Put back is good by Walsh.
No surprise by that one now.
No.
She's been living on the block all night tonight.
Yeah.
All night tonight.
That one was on the left side of the buck, though. She's been putting them in from the right side. 3 on the way. Too strong out of the hands of Morgan. Here come the Chargers back up the court. O'Brien will slow it down.
And then no surprise, who got that rebound? McKinley Walsh.
Oh, yeah.
On the block once again.
I mean, you look at McKinley Walsh and you go, she's not one of your rebound people, but she gets her fair share.
Yeah.
She really does.
Physical, that's the biggest thing for her.
Yeah, she's not afraid to go in there amongst the trees. Holmes with the 3, no good. Rebound brought down by Marino. They battle for it. It goes out of bounds off of Morgan O'Brien. It'll be South Allegheny ball. Here comes substitutions as Shea, Dodds, and Lotz come back in for South Allegheny. I see no movement on the Charter bench here. I'm getting kind of surprised.
Yeah. He might let them round out this quarter and then go from there. Maybe. I could be wrong.
Take away by Marino. Here comes Irullo. Under 4 minutes to go. It inside, knocked away by Shea, but Walsh still scrambling for it. Shea jumps on it, and we get a jump ball. Who tied her up?
McKinley Walsh.
McKinley Walsh. Possession arrow in favor of the Gladiators, though.
She's all over the court tonight, Al. All over.
Literally.
Literally. I literally think the only thing she hasn't done tonight is shoot a 3. It's on. I like looking at it.
No, you're right, because she's had all her points in the paint.
She hasn't had to. Which we haven't seen her really do that all season either. So
Elwood loses it out of bounds. Here come the Chargers back. I'm watching Coach Eckerly. He was signaling for Walsh to come up the sideline, and inlet pass there for Marino. She gets the 2. Yeah, you might be right. There's under 3 minutes to go here in the third. That one's tipped by Walsh. Holmes comes down with it. Up ahead to Morgan O'Brien. Layup. It doesn't go. Marino with the putback and in.
I thought we were going to end up saying who again was down there.
She was there fighting for it. Dodds with the 3. Nobody underneath but O'Brien. Here comes Irullo. Boy, it almost hit Holmes. Walsh, another bucket from guess where?
She doesn't have to leave that spot, Al.
No, she just stand her. Just stand on her.
Yeah.
Turnover, Lutz. O'Brien, reverse layup. It goes in. Under two.
You can guess who caused that turnover.
Oh, yeah.
We could keep going on and on about it.
Another turnover. I think Holmes got her hand on that one.
Yes.
Walsh will turn it back. Holmes now. Marino. That's Walsh's spot. 3 on the way. Good from Holmes. Timeout called by South Allegheny. And 1:25 to go here in this third. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside right along with them. And here comes the wholesale line change coming in. Left in the third. OLSH and Chase Johnson here on the call. Chargers in full command here. 57-9 in the third. And I think the starters are done for the evening as I see a wholesale line change for the Chargers coming in.
Yeah, no reason they need to be in this game now.
Gallagher, Gallick, Dashner, Parker, and Garner.
Yeah, the same. Looks like the same ones we had in the second quarter going into halftime.
Yeah. And I see the next line down at the end of the bench too. So there's Morgan across to Farnan. Back to Morgan. Dashner reaches in and says, "I'll take that instead." And here comes Sarah up the court. 1:05 to go here in the third. Dashner. There's Garner. Underneath, couldn't get it to go. Put back, no good. Garner with another rebound, she gets fouled. Clock stops for the foul. 50 seconds to go. Foul is against Elwood, Ava Elwood. Garner says, "I'll show you how to shoot them." Lola, 1 for 2. Lane violation by the Gladiators. So Lola will get another try here. Dodds will check out. And it looks like Morgan comes back in for South Allegheny. Lola said, "Thanks for the reprieve." She does go 2 for 2. Lots. There's a foul on Farnan. I think she's got 3 coming from the free throw line.
Definitely was close.
Yeah, she's shooting 3. She was beyond the arc. First on the Chargers in the quarter. Foul goes against Libby Gallick. Farnan trying to get the Gladiators into double figures here, and she does. Two more from the sophomore, Jaslyn Farnan. That one was more in than out than ended up out. Lots will have a seat. Gabby Jackson comes in for the Gladiators. She goes 1 for 3 from the line, gets her own rebound, though, puts it back up. She gets fouled again. Jaslyn Farnan on the line for 2 more. Second foul on the Chargers. Who's this one against? I didn't see. Lola Garner will pick it up. Jaslyn can't get it to go. Boy, that hit every part of the rim except the inside part. Same with that one, in and out. Another lane violation, this time on the Chargers, so Jaslyn will get another try.
I haven't seen one of those, at least not even one of those in a game. I think it's the first time we've had that this year. Now we've got 2.
We've had a couple this year.
Okay.
Yeah, not many. You might not have done the game. Yeah. And she goes 1 for 2 on that trip. Makes it a 59-11 game. 30 seconds to go here in the quarter. Dashner to Gallick. Libby loses control, gets it back over to Sarah. To Lola, turns around from the free throw line, no good. Rebound brought down by Beaumont. Here comes Elwood. Ava tried to get it across to Beaumont, or Sarah Dashner intercepts, so can't get it to go. Libby Gallick can't get it to go. And finally, it's brought down by Maddie Morgan at the end of the quarter. We've completed 3. Chargers have everything right where they want them right now. 59-11, Chargers. And just want to remind you that if you want more information on the OLSH Chargers, for roster stories and much, much more, visit www.olshathletics.org. Special thanks to our website sponsor, Covenant Financial Advisors. And we always talk about Sister Francine and the good sisters at this point. And Sister Francine is down in her sister box, and all the good sisters are up there watching.
Always good to have her down here for games.
Yep. You know she'd be here for senior night.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Hey, save the date. This year's annual OLSH auction will take place on Saturday, April 20th at the Pittsburgh Airport Marriott Hotel.
Oh, Al, it looks like he's putting starters back in here.
Wow, he did.
He did.
Whoops. Sorry about the graphic. Wrong one.
I understand it. This could be the last time they play in their home court.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Depending on what the seeding reveals.
Here's our roller down the paint. That's going to be an offensive. Nope, they're going to call block on Shea, I think it is. No, at the offense.
Travel, yeah.
Oh, travel.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll buy that. Turnover, Chargers. Lots to Shea in the paint. Good for 2. All right, Rullo. Under 7 to go here in this one. McKinley Walsh hands it to Marino. O'Brien now in the paint, no good. Rebound battled for, brought down by Farnan. Reach in there. It's either going to be Irullo or Holmes, one of the two. Foul on the Chargers. It'll be Walsh with her second. Walsh comes out. Dashner comes in for the Chargers. Walsh's evening is done. Claudia Irullo knocks it out of bounds. Right into Right into Coach Mack's hands. It's okay, Claudia. And here's what Coach Ackley's going to do. He's going to call out the seniors one at a time here. Marino comes out, and Parker comes in for the Chargers. Probably, I would bet that O'Brien's next to come out. Into the backcourt, Sarah Dashner comes up with it, or excuse me, forecourt. That one's lost out of bounds by Morgan O'Brien. And Lola Garner will come in for Morgan O'Brien for the Chargers so she can get her standing ovation. And Presley Holmes will be next to depart, I'm sure. Lutz, Farnan, back to Lutz. Claudia Arullo is going to get signaled for this one. She picks up her first. According to my count, that's second on the Chargers. Yep. There's Lutz. Gallagher gets up off the bench. She'll be coming in. From the top of the key, no good. Irolo will clear the glass. Here come the Chargers, under 5 to go. Baseball pass intercepted momentarily by Tablani. Shot's no good. Farnan comes down with it. Tablani has the ball and gives it back to Farnan. Up the court it comes. Dashner will step inside and get the foul. And Gallagher comes in, gives Presley Holmes a big hug for her final time on this court. Possibly this year. That one, they get it into Shea. They battle for it. Gallagher gets in there, a couple of 12s.
We're going to get a technical.
Technical,
too.
yeah, Shea pushed her. And she's out of the game.
Wow. Double tech?
Yeah. I'm sure she said something to the official to get the technical, and then when she walked away, she probably said something that we can't say on the air.
Yep.
And that's the automatic ejection. So that should be 2 fouls on South Allegheny. Garner at the line. She'll be shooting for a while. The officials are talking to get the foul situation straight. That should be 2 technicals on Shea. I would, because she signaled 2 technicals on Shea.
Yes.
So that's 2 fouls. So she should be shooting 4 shots.
Yes.
So she's got 3 more to go. And then instead of the ball being in South Allegheny's hands, it'll be Charger ball. And she misses the first 2. Oh, looks over to the bench, and she gets cheered on by her bench. So the second technical, they're going to let Emily Gallagher shoot. Lola feels bad. She's over there. She's apologizing to everybody. It's okay. Gallagher puts the first one in. Yep, there's 2 fouls up on the scoreboard for South Allegheny. Gallagher goes 2 for 2. And it'll be Charger ball. It'll be Emily Gallagher to trigger in right in front of us. If you see her on, she's right in front of us. So we get it into Libby in the backcourt. Gallick now. Under 4 to go in this one. And that'll be over and back. Sarah came very close to saving that, but her foot was on the line. If she'd kept her foot back, she kept it in timeout. I don't know who called this one. I don't know.
A lot of confusion going on right now. I do know that the referees were still...
I think Coach Eckerly called this.
Yeah, I do know they were also over at the table still trying to figure out
the fouls.
Yeah.
I mean, that was easy. 2 technicals on Shea. She's automatically gone. And you got the 2 fouls up on the board.
Yeah.
3:44 on the clock. You see the score. It's senior recognition night here, and Coach Eckerly gives each one of the seniors a curtain call here in the 4th quarter. South Allegheny, the Gladiators will trigger it in. Mara Tablani will trigger it in. 2 Lots. Lots will go all the way in, off the glass, no good. Saved by Parker over to Dashner, and here come the Chargers with 3.5 to go in a running clock. Taken away by Parker, or almost taken away by Dodds. Parker takes it back, I should say. Gallagher goes down the lane, hands it off to Libby Gallick. Can't get it to go from the baseline. Parker reaches in, but Dodds ends up, no, that's Lotz ends up with it. Libby Gallick just took it out of her hands. Give Ella Lotz credit there. She reached in for the jump ball, and it's going to be Charter ball. Checking in for the Gladiators is Shamir McDougall and Mira Morningstar. It's Parker to Gallagher. 2.5 to go. Dashner now to Garner. Dashner, top of the key. Chargers now just keeping the ball out of South Allegheny's hands. As soon as I say that, they'll probably put it up. There it is. Garner with the easy bucket. It's Marie Davis in the lineup also for South Allegheny. Farnan. Tablani to Farnan to Tablani. Gallagher picks up the foul for the Chargers. 4th on the Chargers. So basically South Allegheny, next foul is at the line. Farnan. Tablani. Farnan, 3 on the way. No good. And Dashner will bring it down. Gallagher lays it up and in. Here's Farnan, approaching a minute to go. Dashner just reaches in for the jump ball, and it goes over to the Chargers. On the air tomorrow night, Keystone Oaks, 6 o'clock. It's a matinee.
Yes, yes it is.
Chargers tomorrow night looking to have the opportunity to have a section championship on the banners here. The foul on the Chargers. This one goes against Gallagher. Her second. That puts Mara Tablani on the line for 2 as they are in bonus with 39 seconds on the clock. High in the air. Rims in and out. Can't get that one either. It's Parker with the rebound, looking up ahead. Headman pass. Gallagher. No go. Dashner now will pull it down with 25 to go.
What a pass by Gallagher.
Parker, yeah. Parker with the bucket. Farnan, 15 seconds to go. Off her foot, rolls out of bounds, Charger ball. That will do it. Chargers win this one in a walk away and give themselves a chance to be a second-place team here. And everything has to align, but the chances are pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. The chances are pretty good, and like you said, they have to align, but the chance and opportunity is definitely there.
So, we're going to put a bow on this one, or are we going to step aside real quick?
Well, let's step aside.
We'll step aside. We'll come back, and we'll put a bow on this one. Chargers win on senior night, 67-13. So don't you go away. We will be back here at the AAC. We are back at the AAC. That was quick. I told you it'd be quick. So don't forget to get your OLSH gear. That was the last commercial. They're right. You got to get your OLSH gear. We got to get geared up here for the tail end of the winter season and get ready for the spring. You got boys volleyball and baseball and softball and track going on here in the spring. So be sure to get your stuff together. So, Chase, what do we got?
Yeah, let's run down through scoring for the visiting South Allegheny Gladiators. Their leading scorer was Gabby Jackson. She had 5. Their second leading scorer was Jaslyn Farnan. She had 4. And then the Gladiators rounded out with their third leading scorers tied up with 2 apiece. Amina Shea with 2, and then also Paige Dodds with 2. Now, looking over at the Chargers, got a lot to break down here, Al. There's a lot of scoring from everybody tonight. McKinley Walsh was the leading scorer for the Chargers. She had 16. The second leading scorer for the Chargers was Morgan O'Brien. She had 12. Third leading scorer for the Chargers was Gia Marino. She had 11. After that, then, the next leading scorer was Lola Gardner. She had 9. After that, you had Claudia Irulo with 7. After that, you had Presley Holmes with 6. Then you had Emily Gallagher chipping in with 4 and Leah Parker chipping in with 2. And that rounds out the scoring for the Chargers.
Wow. Getting it done. So, okay. Had a button on the mixer pushed, and I was like, whoa, that shouldn't have been pushed. That's all I was looking at. So anyway, yeah, the Chargers put an exclamation point on the regular season here tonight. So the next time the girls will be in action, will be in the playoffs. So, and like you said in pregame, I'm pretty sure that happens Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, off the top of my head, I want to say it's Monday, I think.
Yeah. So anyway, I should have looked at that, and I didn't. Because I'm thinking we still got 2 more games before the end of the season. So yeah. And you know what? I'm thinking it's Tuesday because Monday. No. The Tuesday game, the Monday games wouldn't have anything to do with the standings. So yeah, it might be Monday night. But anyway, the boys are in action tomorrow against Keystone Oaks, and then again on Monday. That's why I was saying that.
Yeah, I can give you. I know exactly when it is. So okay. It is Monday, February the 12th.
Okay, good.
Yes, that at a time to be determined.
Yeah. So we might be broadcasting while they're deciding tomorrow or Monday night. I think it's a 7:30. Yeah, it's a 7:30 game here. So we might know by then.
Yes.
What the situation is. But anyway, yeah, Chargers hitting on all cylinders tonight. Pretty much what you expected them to do on senior night. I hope you tuned in soon enough to see the ceremony. We had it here on the network for you. That's always interesting and fun. And Matt Fargo was kind enough to come by and lend his talents to that and get it done for the girls. And Monday we'll do it again for the boys. So it is what it is. The Chargers getting it done here, 67-13. I'm glad you could join us here. We always have fun doing it. And Chase, it's been great. Hopefully we can get you for some baseball games as well.
No, definitely,
yeah. So you won't be here on Friday, and You may or may not be here on Monday, so
we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. I'm pretty open. Monday, I am open.
Yeah, we're still determining Monday what's going on. So, Christian, if you're listening to this, give me a shout. Let me know what's going on Monday. But anyway, thanks for everybody. Thanks to Coach Mack for making this all possible for us. Thanks for Coach Eckerly for being so kind and helping us out whenever he can, and his girls running the cameras for us all season long for the girls' games. I think Brian Dashner did 1 or 2 of the away games. He runs the scoreboard on home games, so he can't do the camera on home games. So thanks to the girls, his managers that came and they do the cameras for us when they can, and thanks to them all season. Trying to see if I forgot anybody. Of course, Matt Fargo for all he helps out with. Christian Harbaugh. Who else? Austin Hansen. Who else did I have here? Coach Doc Quinn did a game for us. So anybody, if I missed you, I'm sorry. I should have wrote them down beforehand and gone through and see who helped me. But thanks to all you folks. And, of course, Chase Johnson is alongside. I'm OLSH saying thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Have a great evening. The Chargers close the season out with a win, and their record now goes to 15-7 overall. They are 6-4 in section and have a chance to be second-place finishers in the section. See you tomorrow night as the boys try to do the same against the Keystone Oak Golden Eagles. As of now, it's the 67-13 win for the Chargers over the South Allegheny Gladiators, and we'll see you next time right here on the OLSH Sports Network. Good night, everybody.